walk, I can talk that talk. Give me minds off top. Check that. On the count with a dress on, I'm gon' slay. I can
Walk that walk. What's up, sexy people? My name is Monica Madrid, and I am with Football is Sexy, and we are here, 2025 podcast, bringing the heat. And I got to introduce our co-host for the very first 2025 FIS podcast, Miss Erica Davis.
Woo, woo. Listen, I don't have any cool walk-in music like you, but I do have on my cool University of Georgia Go Dogs Dance Dog vintage dance team shirt.
I like it. I like it. Let the people know a little bit about you.
Yes.
You are an on-air sports journalist, betting analyst, all things from NASCAR to football.
Yes.
And I'm so glad to have you here and talk all the things.
Speaking of NASCAR and football, we are in the middle of like what I like to consider my tornado season because NASCAR just went into playoff season. Football, as you know, is getting ready to kick off in just a second here. So if my mind is gone or it seems like I'm a little bit out of the room, just know it's because I'm busy.
And that's part of why we're here, right?
Right.
The sports fan, you're so busy with NASCAR, football. You live it. That's what I'm talking about.
But
Like,
you
we
live it too.
this.
We both live it. We all
live
live it. We all live it. Yes.
Girl, and we're going to talk about it. We got so much to talk about, and we're going to kick off our segment with What the Helly, talking about living it. I'm driving yesterday. I come back from a 3-day weekend, and I'm getting blown up on these texts, and I'm like, what is going on? And it's like, oh my God, Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce are engaged.
No, you got to make sure you say it the right way. Your English teacher and your gym
my
teacher
bad. Yeah.
are getting married.
With
the TNT for TNT emoji.
Correct.
Okay.
Correct. Well, it's like the internet blew up again.
Yeah.
Because it blew up a couple weeks ago with the New Heights podcast, and I definitely want to get your thoughts on that. But let me just talk about this for 1 second. Did you think they were gonna be married? There was a lot of hate, a lot of love for this couple, all the things. What are your thoughts? We got to talk about it.
Okay, so when these two first got together, I was like, I believe
Skeptical?
Okay, I was skeptical because let's just be completely transparent.
Unfiltered raw, baby, right here.
I'm a full on a Swiftie.
Okay.
I mean,
Disclaimer.
I'm a full on Swiftie. I
Okay.
love her music. I love her earlier music. These last 2 or 3 albums, I can kind of like do without them. So
Okay.
I love her music. I love her lyricism. So I'm not a Taylor hater at all.
Okay.
But based on the women that Travis has dated, and we are all entitled to change our opinions and change how we move through life.
Yep.
But based on the women he's dated, I thought, I don't know about this. And then there was a second I thought, he's really into her. Like when you would see shots of him on the field, he would look up into the skybox and he just looked completely smitten.
Yeah.
But then I felt there was a little time. Now listen, look at me overanalyzing somebody's relationship.
That's what you're an analyst, though. That's what we're supposed to do.
Okay, but then there was a time I was like, I think he's over it. I like literally maybe the beginning of this year, I thought after the Eras tour, after the initial hype of her, really being his woman, after they didn't win the Super Bowl, I thought.
Say that again one time.
After the Chiefs did not win the Super Bowl,
Okay.
after they lost to my Eagles, I thought he's really over this. But now they're engaged. I would like to say though, after we saw them on the New Heights podcast,
Girl.
I thought they were engaged then.
Yeah.
Looking back,
when you watched it,
because Taylor Swift to me is so calculated in everything that she does.
Yeah.
I did not see a world in which she would go on her boyfriend's, and her
if
boyfriend's.
that shit wasn't long
If it wasn't locked in, I don't see a Taylor Swift making that kind of move. That's just me. She's very calculated. Everything in her career is very orchestrated.
Right.
And I thought to myself, there's no way this chick is on Jason and Travis's podcast.
just for the hell of it.
Just for the hell of it, because her new album coming out in October, she could, snap her fingers and everyone's going to go run it. She didn't need New Heights podcast to
Not at all.
publicize that. So I think they've been engaged for a second.
Well, it's come out since then, and on, I believe, the New Heights podcast, and the father spoke about it, that after that podcast, Travis actually asked her to marry him after that podcast. So, breaking news right here. I'm just saying that's what her dad spoke about on the podcast. But let's just say this.
Okay.
They knew they were going to get married. At some point, you have those conversations.
Yeah.
You might not have officially asked, got down on one knee,
Right.
blah, blah, blah. But I think they knew that they were moving. They moved in together.
So wait, so you're saying that the actual engagement
proposal
did not
after
happen?
the podcast.
Okay.
August 10th. By the way, let's talk about the Easter egg of it all.
Yes.
Now this is not an Easter egg.
The Easter
but I
egg, the
did-
ring? You
I
mean the
did-
ring?
No, I did realize
That was an egg, honey.
As I was putting this, our segments together, it dawned on me. So a little bit for those who may or may not know, we have a lot of new fans, right? So
Okay.
Travis Kelce is the
Hey, new
tight end.
fans. Hey, new fans.
Travis Kelce is the tight end for the Kansas City Chiefs,
Mm-hmm.
okay? He was drafted in 2013. He's got 3 Super Bowls. He was born October 5th,
Mm-hmm.
1989.
Okay.
Taylor Swift has an album called 1989.
But she's an 89 baby too, though.
But wait, I'm just saying, yeah.
Okay.
And they met in July of 2023.
Okay.
So I just feel like their numbers are aligned.
Okay.
Right?
Numerology.
I'm sorry. He has number 87. Her number's 13 equals 100. I
Okay.
mean, you know what?
Okay.
Maybe it was written in the stars a long time ago, and we're just all going to have to just deal with it.
Now, the betting analyst to me, I cannot help but bring this out.
Yeah.
People are already saying over or under how many years are they going to last?
Ooh.
Or over and under, how long will they be engaged? Meaning, are they even going to make it down the aisle? Again, I'm going to go back to my whole Taylor's very orchestrated and everything that she does. I cannot see this not working out. She's been so public with this relationship on so many levels.
Yeah.
I do not see, even if in her heart she felt like, oh, this is not really what I want to do.
Yeah.
I think it's gonna be full steam ahead. Personally,
Yep.
that's me.
I agree. And maybe I was like you, kind of back and forth in the first year.
Mm-hmm.
But as it progressed, and after I saw the New Heights podcast,
Yeah.
I'm like, they're getting married. Like, I
Yeah.
didn't know it was going to be that quick or whatever, but I'm like, they're getting married. Look, his career is maybe 1 or 2 more years.
If
and then
that,
he's out.
what are the odds on if he retires now after
mean-
this season? That's what I need to find out. I'll come back to you.
You'll come back to me on that. On the Taylor Swift, train, I would just throw that. I agree with you. I think we are literally watching everything that Football is Sexy is about.
Mm-hmm.
We're about bringing new fans and giving women that are diehard fans a place to feel seen and heard and appreciated for the
Right.
fandom, right? But Taylor Swift, and I get asked this a lot as being the CEO of Football is Sexy.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think about Taylor? I'm like, are you serious? We're literally watching somebody who really didn't know football.
Right.
We're watching her like fall in love with the game in front of our eyes.
Yeah.
And whether you're a Taylor fan or not, as a football fan, I love it. I love to see it. She was so busy with her life and her music, and I can't speak for her, but I would think that now the football, it gave her something to look forward to.
Right.
The season.
Something else.
And now she's like friends with Britney, and she's friends with all these people. So all that to say, I'm all for it. She's really brought more fans to the game. It is what it is. They're going to get married. They're going to have kids. And I just don't see this ending. I don't.
And to your point, I do want to piggyback on that really quickly. As a writer, as a journalist, you do see a lot of hate when we write articles about Taylor Swift.
Yeah.
But her, I hate to say SEO value, but she has such SEO value.
Yeah.
And to your point again about women being brought in to the fray who might not have been, or to the fold who might not have been as interested in football, I think it's such a huge pop culture moment that you have to embrace it regardless of how you feel about.
Well, we are here for it. It's happening.
Yeah.
It is What the Helly, and we're going to go right into our other What the Helly, Scary Terry.
Let me open my computer for this
Girl,
one. Let me open my computer.
a lot of
this
those
one.
Commander fans are probably like, whew, because y'all need a wide receiver like Terry to get you to the next level, in my humble opinion, right? You've got Jaden Daniels, you got Terry. He just signed on his extension. You want to talk a little bit about that?
Yeah. So his extension is worth up to $96 million.
Yeah.
If you don't know about Terry, he was drafted in 2019, round 3, pick 76. He hasn't missed a game in 4 years.
That's crazy.
Like,
That's wild.
I look at my Monday every Sunday. I'm like, "Ooh, do I want to miss work tomorrow?"
Yeah.
And he's like, "No, I'm going to be here getting beat up every game, going between these 200 plus or 250 pound men." And of course, now that he's signed, but let's go back a little bit and talk about how he did not report to training camp, and it worked. And sometimes I feel like fans get so behind backing owners and GMs and get so angry about players holding out for their money.
Right.
But ultimately, like, these players deserve it. They're the ones who are putting their bodies and their brains on the line every week. So kudos to Terry for getting his up to $96 million extension this week.
And let's talk about this. Poor Terry. Everyone calls him Scary Terry. I call him Poor Terry.
Well, he's not poor anymore.
No, he ain't poor no more. But let me. You know why I call him Poor Terry?
Well, please tell me.
Let me read off the names of quarterbacks this poor Terry had to deal with for the past few years. Tell me if you even recognize these names. Dwayne Haskins, Case Keenum, Alex Smith, Taylor Heineke, Kyle Allen, Ryan Fitzpatrick, Carson Wentz, Sam Howell, Marcus Mariota. These are the quarterbacks he's had to play with.
Now, put some respect on Taylor Heineke's name.
I mean, he did good, but I'm just saying he hasn't been with a Jaden Daniels, a Josh. He hasn't. He really, and he's done well with a lot of quarterbacks with what he's been given.
Yes.
So I'm just saying, and I know as owners, we can't pay for what you've already done. We want to pay you for what you're about to do. But poor Terry ain't poor no more.
No, he's not.
So Terry ain't poor no more.
He's
not just because of the money, but because he's got a quarterback.
He's rich in quarterback.
He's rich in quarterback. I like that. Right. Rich in quarterback.
Yes.
We got to coin that.
Yeah.
Rich in quarterback. We're going to find a way to bring that back.
Let's do it. Yeah.
But.
What?
What the Helly?
What the Helly what?
Is Micah rich in quarterback?
Okay.
Are we going to talk about it?
Okay, so.
Let's talk about it.
Full disclosure. I, in one of my Futures Props League, put some imaginary money on Dak Prescott to be the comeback player of the year.
Okay.
Do I really believe that he is a quarterback who qualifies being rich in quarterback if he's your signal caller? He is. Somebody put it to me. He's the Toyota Corolla of quarterbacks. Maybe like a Toyota Camry of quarterbacks, Dak. So to answer that question, is Micah rich in quarterback? No. But is Micah even on a team currently? No.
Well, he is if you're okay with him eating nachos on the table when he should probably not be eating nachos.
Wait, you got an issue with Micah's eating habits?
I first of all, I have no skin in the game on this situation.
Okay,
as a Niner fan, I'm like this. I'm just watching Jerry and enjoying my popcorn. I love to see it because I'm a little bit of a Dallas Cowboy
hater.
Of
course.
Now, I won't say hater, but we have a major rivalry.
I think anyone who is not a Cowboys fan is a Cowboy hater.
Yeah.
In some regard.
But I love to hate. It's like a beautiful thing. You get what I'm saying? Like,
absolutely.
What would the NFL be without Jerry Jones and the Dallas Cowboys?
It would not be the reality television show that it is because it's exactly Love Island football style.
Oh, 100%. And for anybody who doesn't know what we're talking about, Micah wants his money.
He wants his money.
Talk about it.
Yeah, let's talk about it. He's been holding out. There has been news that has come out that the Jones family has tried to negotiate Micah's contract and has tried to circumvent his agent. And essentially, it's a nine-figure contract.
Yeah.
In what world are you going to go directly to a talent, whether it's on-air talent, whether it's a football player, an NBA player? Like, in what world do you think it's good business to try to negotiate without the agent? So that has been a huge harbinger in this Micah Parsons saga, if you will. And now what is it? I mean, we're the week before, literally almost a week before kickoff.
Yeah.
First game of the season, Eagles, Cowboys.
Right.
We ain't got no Micah.
Right. The best player on your team.
Yeah.
For those newbies who might not know, like, Micah is literally the best player on the team. The owner hasn't signed him, and he is driving the fans bonkers. Like, the fans are not happy about the situation.
As they shouldn't be. I mean, some backstory on Micah, drafted in 2021, round 1, 12th overall pick. So that means he is not a scrub.
Right.
You know, anyone's going that high in the draft. Any team that's spending that much draft capital obviously sees a future in that player with the team.
Yep.
In 2023, 14 sacks. 2024, 12 sacks. He's recorded at least 12 sacks in each of his first 4 years in the league. Like, how do you not have this guy signed?
Right.
I know how you don't have him signed already because the Jones family, I think, loves to play into the drama as much as
it.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
He literally said it.
And, a part of me, the entertainment snob in me, understands. Like, you do want an element of drama, of soap opera-ness, if you will, to...
But a week before... By the way, as a Niner fan, I can speak to this.
Yeah.
Nick Bosa, my guy,
yeah,
right, held out. They didn't get it done to a week before. And I will just say this. We had 8 less sacks that year than we did the previous year. It matters.
It does
matter.
Getting
these guys not signed in time, it will show on the field. I don't care if they're working out behind the scenes or not. You're not working out with your guys. The culture's not there.
The cohesiveness, the locker room, right?
All the things, and all the fans are going, just sign my guy.
Yeah.
And Jerry did say, if we're not in the news, I'm going to make sure we're in the news.
Well, I guess you got to be in the news somehow. If you're not winning Super Bowls, you're barely making a run into the playoffs.
She said it. I
mean, you're not winning Super Bowls. So you got to stay relevant somehow.
Yeah.
But then, like, back to the Micah thing, over the summer, I would say the beginning of August, he wrote that Instagram note or that note on his notes app, and I could feel from reading his writing that his heart wasn't in it anymore. And I do think that players understand there's gonna be some back and forth between the GMs and the owners when it comes to like signing and like the wiggle room and the haggling. But it seems to me that Micah got to a point where he was like, okay, this is beyond business. And I'm looking at the line for next week. Right now, the Cowboys are a 7-point underdog to the Eagles. Now, granted, we're a week out from the game, so this line could totally shift and will shift, but they are a 7-point underdog to the reigning Super Bowl champions. And I'm interested to see how that line shifts if Micah gets signed.
Well, we'll find out.
Yeah.
But here's what I think. Whether he signs or not, I think there's damage that is going to be irreversible.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, money or not, I'm still a human being. I still have an ego, and I still have respect.
Yes.
And if you disrespect me in the public eye, we're going to have a problem. And if I'm Micah, I feel very disrespected. I get it. All the guys that just got signed ahead of me are all younger. I get all that. But at the end of the day, I'm still the best on your team.
He said this. This is what he wrote. He said, still I stayed quiet, but again, after repeated shots at myself.
Yep.
So essentially, like, you're taking shots at him, the person.
Yep.
And all the narratives that I've made a tough decision. I no longer want to play for the Cowboys. But like that part where he says, repeated shots at myself. Like
that. See, that's personal.
It is personal.
That's personal. Yeah. And so while I was thinking about talking about this last night, I thought, well, who held out? And it never went back.
Okay.
And I was like, oh yeah, Le'Veon Bell.
Oh yeah.
Okay, Bell, Steelers, 2018, refused to play under the franchise tag and ended up a Jet. He never played for the Steelers again.
Went back, yeah.
Trent Williams, my guy, 49er, forgot about that. Commanders, held out, sat out the entire season, and that's a whole nother podcast. I mean, there was some distrust between the team, the medical diagnosis that he received, and some money.
Right.
And he never played for the Commanders or the Redskins at the time, whatever, right? And now he's a Niner. Thank God. Love you, Trent. Deshaun Watson was a little bit different, but sometimes when these guys... Yeah, a lot of bit different. But sometimes when these guys hold out for an entire season, they never can get back to what they were.
Right.
Okay, so it can affect not only their pocketbook, but did I just say pocketbook? That's my grandma. That's an old saying,
pocketbook,
right?
Whatever.
Money.
Their
right?
money.
Okay.
Or their man purse.
Their man purse. There you go. Their man purse. But so I do think these are they are taking a gamble when they're not.
Absolutely.
Right? When, I think McLaurin lost $800,000. He couldn't get that back from holding out. But look at the bag
he's in a better situation. Right.
He's
in a better situation.
And
to your point about it being a gamble, I'm looking at Micah Parsons' next team odds. And right now the Cowboys are the heavy favorite for him to play for again.
Really?
So, the Cowboys are the heavy favorite.
Because there's as of right now, there's a lot of chatter about him becoming a Packer.
And then Packers are the next team on the odds board for where Micah Parsons might
Could you
land.
imagine?
And then after them, it's the Titans and then the Eagles, and then like the long shot are your 49ers at plus 2,000 odds.
Girl.
I know, girl. We have to have an emergency podcast. An emergency podcast.
I'll have an emergency podcast because we have shared some players, Dion, Haley.
Yeah.
Let's just add Micah. Oh my God, that would be great. Okay. Anyway, all right. So let's go to flex or next.
Flex or next. Flex or next.
Yeah,
I'm flexing my little muscle
right
here.
there, baby. The Cleveland Browns. It's a lot of talk about their QB depth chart. They just named Joe Flacco. They just named him as QB1. Flex or next. Flex or next for the Browns naming Joe Flacco QB1.
I mean, okay, so let me ask you this. What does flex mean? Flex means
hell yeah, let's go.
Yeah, I mean, hell yeah, he has a Super Bowl under his belt.
Okay.
He's 40 years old. I mean, clearly Aaron Rodgers is still playing at 40. Brady was playing at 50. Wink, wink. Sometimes you need a veteran quarterback to at least help you maintain some semblance of consistency. Right. I don't think the Browns are going to do anything particularly this season.
Right.
But if you need a leader in the huddle or a signal caller in the huddle who's a veteran, he was the only choice. You couldn't go Shadeur. No shade to Shadeur. You couldn't go Dylan Gabriel. No shade to Dylan Gabriel either, even though I feel like they've been shading each other in the media.
A little something.
But but flex. But I mean, big flex. They didn't. Okay. The Browns didn't have any other. What do you think?
I don't think no matter who's going to be in that under center, you're not going far. You're not going to make the Super Bowl, so it is what it is.
You're not even going to the playoffs,
I
probably.
can't figure out what's wrong with. By the way, let's give a shout out to the Cleveland Brown fans. Like
For what?
can't imagine. Well, because you're an Eagle fan, right? So you're in the conversation.
Yeah.
Niners, even though we haven't had a Super Bowl in a minute, we're always in the conversation.
Right.
But Cleveland is like never really like it's going to be their year. Like
right.
I can't even imagine what it's like to be.
Well,
I
can tell you what
Brown
it's like.
fan.
Okay, because I'm a Clipper fan.
Okay.
So I understand.
That took a turn. Let's go. I love it.
I understand what
You
this
know
is
what I'm
like
saying?
because you attach yourself to the drama of it all. Like bear with me here. I saw a therapist on Twitter talk about how sometimes we get so emotionally attached to knowing that there's going to be chaos and drama in our lives that we don't know or expect or want anything else.
Right.
As a Clipper fan, I don't expect to do shit every year.
Yeah.
I mean, there's always like a little bit of hope.
Yeah.
But I know better.
Yeah.
Cleveland Brown fans,
Yeah.
they probably, intellectually know they ain't gonna do shit. But it's like, okay, this is the chaos that I'm used to.
You grow up.
Let's attach ourselves to this chaos one more year.
And you grow up a Brown fan. It's just what you know. I understand that.
Yes.
I think the last exciting time they had was when we had Baker Mayfield. Didn't they have like 4 wide receivers at the time, and they were supposed to make it that year, and then nothing happened?
I feel like they made the playoffs with Baker, though. Didn't they make the playoffs?
I don't remember, but I'm just saying that was an exciting time, but they still didn't do what they thought they were going to do, right? So now you've got Shadeur, who was the 5th round pick, which is a whole controversy about Shadeur going so late in the draft.
They made the playoffs with Baker in 2020.
Okay,
but I see what you're saying.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm just saying it's been a tough road, and I always love to give love to all the passionate fans. So I'm just.
But even the Shadeur thing, I want to say, Monica.
Yeah.
I think that. Granted, the Browns aren't going to do anything this season. I think the Shadeur saga, drama, his presence there is still the chaos that the Browns are used to.
Right.
And it's still going to keep them in the media. It's going to keep us talking about them.
Yeah.
So if you can't make a playoff run, at least have a conversation that's going to keep you relevant.
At least they're on some of these big named shows, and we're talking about them.
Like Football is Sexy, we're talking about.
Like Football is Sexy. And let me ask you this.
What's up?
So Kenny Pickett just went
to the Raiders. So that means Shadeur moved up the depth chart.
So he moved up the depth chart. Did you happen to catch any of the preseason between? I mean, the first game he came out talking about
which one? Shadeur.
Shadeur.
Okay.
He balled out.
Yeah.
Everybody's like, "Oh my God, he balled out." Then the last game we just saw, 5 sacks. One of them for 24 yards. I think 3 of 6. I think it was 20 yards. And everyone's writing him off. You know how
Of course, sports fans, we're
what
very.
do you really think that he's going to do in the NFL?
Okay, so I do want to take a second and talk about that preseason performance.
Yeah.
My buddy Jeff Schwartz said it very eloquently on X or Twitter, whatever you want to call it. He explained that, at that point, second and third string O-linemen who are now not even signed to the Browns those were the guys who were supposed to be protecting Shadeur.
Correct.
So what do you expect?
Is it a true sample size?
Is it a true sample size? And then you think about Shadeur's collegiate career, where he was able to scramble and run laterally sometimes for 1,000,000 yards too many, but he was able to do some things in college that's just not going to work on the next level.
100%.
We saw, I think, the worst of his game in that last preseason game. Yeah. Again, he didn't really have any solid blockers. Those guys are not even on the 53-man roster.
Right.
Will he be the player that is going to be next man up?
But you got to get rid of the ball. I don't care who's in front of you.
You do have to get rid of the ball.
I don't care who's protecting you.
Yeah.
I was watching and I'm like, get rid of the ball. Get rid of the ball.
But at Colorado, I don't think he didn't have to get rid of the ball. And listen,
he held on to the ball for almost 4 seconds. By the way, did you know he held on to the ball for the longest in preseason history
than any other quarterbacks? I think that is a huge development issue.
I love it. You're so
I think it's a huge development issue, and it's gonna take some tweaking. It's gonna take the right quarterbacks coach. It's gonna take the right commitment from Shadeur, and I do feel like he has the work ethic, and he comes from a family of winners. Yeah. So I think he's going to put in the work. I hope by this time next year we're having a conversation that illustrates just how much work he's put in and just how much he's developed over year one. Okay. That's my hope.
So my prediction is that we will see him week 4, week 5, because I don't think Joe Flacco is going to go the whole way. Something's going to happen.
AARP? Gonna get him?
Something's going to happen. And then we're going to end up seeing Shadeur right around week 4, week 5. Book it. Keep it. I'm not a bettor, but
okay.
I'm throwing my hat in there.
There should be a line on that. Who the next quarterback, starting quarterback, but
Dylan, we'll see. We'll see. Okay. Gabriel Dillon. Anyway.
We'll circle back to this.
We'll circle back. Let's talk about week 1. It is here.
Week 1.
All the drama of it all is about to start. Week 1, we've got Thursday night. What are your thoughts on that particular game? And then give me all your predictions.
Okay.
And love.
So I do want to take a step back and explain that I'm not a.
You're not a bettor.
No. I present myself to be a diehard Eagles fan.
Okay.
But it's really mostly recently, not just because of the Super Bowl, but because we, University of Georgia, we have gifted the Eagles.
The whole team?
The whole team. Especially our defensive unit. Girl. So, I got to cheer for my dogs. Started. Next time I'm here, I'm going to wear my Philadelphia Bulldog hoodie, because that is what we are these days. So I do, yeah. So,
and just so you know, as a Niner fan, watching the draft and watching you guys get another dog, I'm like, oh my God.
But you finally got some. Yeah, you got Williams, right?
We finally got some.
Yeah.
Okay.
But what do I think about this game? I don't think the Eagles are going to have a Super Bowl hangover. I do think that this game might be closer than the betting line shows. Again, the Cowboys are 7-point underdogs. It's an NFC East rivalry game, so these two teams always play each other hard, especially when everyone's healthy.
Yep.
Presuming everyone's healthy going into week 1 of the season.
Famous phrase.
Right. Yeah, right.
If everyone's
healthy. Cowboys on the money line are plus 260. Eagles are a very, very heavy favorite. My prediction is that the Eagles win by a field goal.
Ooh. So you would take the Cowboys and the points?
I would, yeah. Okay. Yeah, I would.
All right.
Especially if Micah is signed.
Okay.
I don't have enough. I'm not ballsy enough at this moment. I reserve the right to change my mind.
Okay.
I'm not ballsy enough at this moment to take Cowboys money line.
Yeah.
But I do think it's going to be much closer than the 7. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. How about you?
Oh, God. If I had to, I'm going to go Eagles.
Okay.
I'm going to go Eagles. I just feel like the cohesiveness between the Cowboys is not going to be there.
Okay.
I think the distraction between your owner does actually creep into the game. I think Dak is just not going to be ready to face that Eagles
The Georgia defense.
Yep, the Georgia defense.
Yeah.
I think Jalen's going to be ready. So I would take the Eagles in that game.
Okay.
But Friday night,
Ooh.
we've got
Brazil.
Carol G halftime show. The game is going to be in Brazil,
Yes.
as you know.
Yes.
And we're going.
I was trying to do like a Brazilian.
I don't
even
know.
What do Brazilians?
I don't know. But it's hot. I will tell you, it's hot.
Is it a samba?
And we have the Chiefs versus the Chargers. So that's going to be a great game. But I'm more interested, I think.
Samba. I was right.
Is it samba?
Yeah, I was. It's called
yeah.
samba. And can I tell you something else about Brazil?
Please.
I get a Brazilian wax.
Okay. All right. Well, that's a quick right to the left. Thank you for that information. We'll make sure to let everybody know. I have nothing to say on that.
Yeah, okay.
I just want you to know.
Okay.
But I love it. I was like, then I got a Brazilian blowout. I don't know.
Brazilian blowout.
I don't know. We're taking a turn, but this is why football is sexy. We get to talk about this shit. I love it. I'm not saying anything more on that. I'm going to go to the Steelers versus Jets. I'm going to be dialed into that game.
Literally crying.
Oh, my God. I'm going to be dialed into that game because, as you know,
Yes.
they swapped quarterbacks.
Yeah, absolutely. Oh,
And Aaron Rodgers never disappoints with drama. And so
but he does disappoint on the field.
he 100%.
He definitely disappoints on the field.
100%. I'm shocked. We could get into a whole thing about Aaron, but I'm shocked that people are still paying so much money for Aaron.
You know, and
It's wild to me.
I'm shocked that Mike Tomlin, and obviously we know it's not just, it wasn't his decision, totally his decision, but I hate that Mike Tomlin now has to deal with the personality that Aaron Rodgers brings to that team. Like, Mike Tomlin has never had a losing season as a head coach.
Right.
And I do strongly feel that Aaron Rodgers, as your number one quarterback now, is going to put that streak in jeopardy. I don't know that the Steelers are going to have a winning season, a winning record this regular season. Yeah, and I too am shocked that people keep putting not only money but energy and time and you're gambling on your future by bringing
Jets.
Yeah.
And then you want to bring your whole I'm sorry, but this is true. So you get everything you're saying. The Jets are like, yeah, he's our guy. And I'm like, first year of the Jets.
Right. Yeah,
Let's start there.
Right.
And now you're going to bring Aaron Rodgers, and then you're going to let Aaron Rodgers bring Nathaniel Hackett
And Devontae.
and-
Well, did Devontae go to
Lazard.
Oh, Lazard. Yeah. Okay.
I'm sitting here going, this is a nightmare. This
Yeah.
is going to be a nightmare. And sure enough, whether, however it happened, it became a nightmare. I remember I was dating somebody who was a diehard Jet fan.
Okay. Let's get into that.
And, I kept going, fuck the Jets. Because after we broke up, it's like, fuck the Jets.
Okay, right.
Because that's what you get to do.
Ooh,
Like
exactly.
Yeah. Anyway, we're cool now. Let me. But at the moment, that was a problem. Let's talk one more game: Ravens versus Bills, Week 1. You've got MVP versus MVP, right? So Josh Allen.
Did Josh
MVP.
deserve the MVP last year? Let's talk
A lot
about
of people
it.
were
Let's
going to
talk
say
about
no.
it. Let's
I
talk
got
about
Ravens fans back here. I don't even have to look. They're saying, you go ahead. I can hear you guys. No. Stolen. See? Oh. Here we go.
Oh.
It's a hot topic
It is.
between Lamar and Josh. You don't want to know my opinion.
I want to know your opinion.
Because obviously I'm an NFC. Mm-hmm. Okay. So,
Right.
We pay. You know how it is. You pay attention more to your
To your
conference,
guys,
more
right.
to your division. Mm-hmm. But I definitely do have my foot in all areas because football is sexy.
Right.
But every time I have personally watched a game from beginning to end, and I'm going to get a lot of hate, and I'm okay
From
with
the
that.
Bills, the Ravens, or just
Lamar.
AFC in general?
Lamar.
Oh, I'm going to throw
The
my
Ravens.
computer. I'm going to throw my computer. I'm nervous.
I love what he does, and I think he definitely deserved the MVP. But I watched Josh Allen, and I see what he does with what he has, and I'm a little. I don't even know that I would have picked either of them. My MVP would have been a running back last year.
Who?
I probably would have taken Saquon.
Let me open my computer.
Yeah, I know.
Can I get a drink?
I just think the running backs
need a drink.
matter. I know we always
They-
got to
they
pick
do.
a QB.
Okay, no, listen.
Saquon had an amazing year last year.
That's why we have
just saying.
offensive player of the year awards for running backs.
know.
You know what?
I know it's not. I know it's not going to be conventional.
It's not conventional. And listen, let me just be completely frank. I don't have a problem with the running back being the MVP. I mean, it very, very rarely does it happen. I think what was the last time that a running back was MVP? Was it Adrian Peterson?
Oh my God, we'd have to check.
Y'all look it up in a second.
Yeah.
But to your point about Lamar and Josh Allen, I do feel like those two players were so similarly were MVPs of their teams. I understand why MVP voters were swayed toward Josh Allen, especially after Lamar's coming off back-to-back MVPs.
Yeah.
I feel like as humans, we're like, okay, well, do you remember the Eager Beaver Award in elementary school? Like, I don't know if you guys had that, but like in the South, we had the Eager Beaver Award, where teachers would give students who were kind of good, but almost there, but not quite there. But they would give them the Eager Beaver Award. Yeah. I feel like that was kind of the mentality with the voters last year for giving the award to Josh Allen.
What I'm saying?
I
just kind of felt like
I don't think he didn't deserve it. I think like we're just like at this point, what do they call it? Like splitting hairs.
Yeah,
we're kind of splitting hairs.
I agree with that.
Yeah.
I just felt like neither one of them were so far ahead of the other. I would have liked to have maybe gone a different direction.
Josh Allen is married to
Helly.
Have you seen Sinners?
No.
Oh my God.
Oh wait, Sinners.
The movie. Yes.
Yeah.
So that's Yeah. I think that's.
Yeah. But girl, the ex.
Wait,
that would have hurt.
Wait, who? Josh
So he
Allen's
was
ex?
with his ex-girlfirm for a hot minute, and then I think like got like engaged like in 6 months. One of those
to Helly.
To Helly. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. So that kind of hurt probably.
Ooh.
Yeah. Took a turn.
Is moving on sexy that fast?
Moving on. Well, I love to preface it. Remember when Jennifer Aniston and Brad Pitt broke up,
and then he
ended up
with Angelina.
Okay, well, they were in a magazine within 3 weeks on like the cover of like.
But was it because they were co-stars? So was that?
Yes, but you did no. This was like we're together. They did a layout that they were together within like 6 months after Jennifer Aniston broke up. I say that to say, when they asked Jennifer Aniston about that, I never forget that she says, "I just feel like there was a sensitivity chip that was missing."
Absolutely.
And not exactly that,
right,
but something to that. And I was like, that was great. It was a sensitivity. Is it absolutely wrong? No, but could you have been maybe a little more sensitive to the situation? Probably.
Well, he was probably messing around. Let me shut up.
I'm just saying.
Okay.
Who knows? But I would say
entertainment industry is sexy too, honey.
I know.
It's all
sexy. Before we wrap up, what are any final thoughts that you have the floor? Talk to me. Is there anything you want to pitch? Anything you got going on? Tell me. Any predictions that we'll come back to at the end of the season?
Ooh, okay.
Any and all.
Okay. So I mentioned it before, but I am backing Dallas. I'm backing Dak Prescott to be comeback player of the year.
Wow.
And a lot of that is, now listen, I reserve the right to change my mind and hedge this bet.
No, you're not going to change your mind. No.
I can hedge this bet as needed, if needed.
No.
But that's what we do as bettors. We hedge. We get but the reason I say that Dak will be the comeback player of the year is because, as we know, the media we love some Cowboys drama. And
not CMC?
Right. Well, no.
Okay, I'm just throwing it out there.
I mean, I have no hate against McCaffrey. And I'm obsessed with this little new family, by the way.
I'm just shocked about Dak. Okay, go on.
But because I think all things Dallas, all things Cowboys stay at the top of our minds in the media. And when you're at the forefront of our minds, that means you're going to eventually be at the forefront of the voters' minds. Right. And we keep having to come back to the point that AI is not voting for these players. It's people who are reading and watching and listening to like all the thought processes and listening to like the talk radios and to the podcast. And I think if the Cowboys have a 12-5 season again, like they were doing before he was injured this past year, I don't see how voters can't put Dak in the conversation of being the comeback player of the year. You hate it.
I don't hate it. I don't see it. Okay. I just don't see it. But this is good. This is good. I don't know who, again, we always going to have our own little thing, right? I'm hoping it's going to be my boy.
Christian.
Yeah. Because of everything he went through.
Yeah.
Dak hasn't been out of the season because he was injured or anything like that.
He got injured last year.
Well, that's true. He
had season-ending surgery. And then the Cowboys.
I forgot about that with the little boot. Now, okay.
Yeah.
I forgot about that.
Not the little boot. So shady.
Okay, no.
So shady.
Hey, I get to say it. I get to do it.
Yeah.
I'm going to go out on a limb and talk about my boys for just a minute because at the end of the day, the Super Bowl will be in Levi's Stadium.
We'll be there on Radio Row.
There is the Radio Row, girl. We will clock it. We will be there on Radio Row. And there is an extra umph, or there was an extra umph, but the wide receiver situation in San Francisco is something to be concerned about.
Yeah.
We got Moody, who keeps being Moody when he kicks the freaking fucking ball.
Yeah.
We're missing extra points. And being that someone who was at the Super Bowl against the Chiefs 2 seasons ago and saw the missed field goal.
Oh, yeah.
No, not even the missed field goal. The missed extra point. I looked at my best friend and I said, that will come back to haunt us. And it did. So we have some issues with the Niners, and I'm hoping that we get it worked out because who doesn't want to play the Super Bowl in your own stadium and be the third team to actually win a Super Bowl in your own stadium in front of your own fans? So I'm pulling from my boys, of course. I just have to say that. You already know.
Can I say something to that?
Yeah, girl. And you don't have to agree with me. Say it.
No. I just want to just bring it down back to earth a little bit.
Oh, here we go.
So
bring it back to there.
The college football playoff last year, the championship game was in Atlanta. And we call Atlanta, the stadium in Atlanta, the Benz, the Dome is what it used to be called. It's only 60 miles from Athens, where the University of Georgia is.
Okay.
So before the playoffs began, our Governor Kemp, was basically like, bring it home. Because Georgia plays in Atlanta all the time.
Right.
We didn't even make it to the national championship game. We didn't even make it to the championship game to play for the title in our own quote unquote home stadium. So I just want you to know that
I hear a little hateration.
Based on that, honey.
It's okay.
Based on that.
Listen.
Sips water.
You better, because I can boot you out of the studio. No, I'm just kidding.
You can.
No, this is all good. But I believe and I am faithful. And with that, as always, keep it sexy.
Keep it sexy.
Let's go. Oh my God, girl. As we are wrapping up, I just had my girls, Amber, Tasha, what's up? Apparently, Micah is at the freaking airport right now.
I'm looking now. Let's
Girl,
see.
he's at the airport. Where is he going? What city?
So
is it Green Bay?
I don't.
Is it San Francisco?
Is this coming up? I thought
Is
I was
it
getting
Pittsburgh? Talk to me.
He's probably just going to see his family before the season starts.
He's going to see his family.
That's
well,
all.
stay tuned. By the time this airs, we'll
right,
probably find
we'll know
out.
by that point.
Oh my God, let's go.